Well, you know, it's crunch time in California with so much potentially riding on the outcome tomorrow. Senator Bernie Sanders vows to fight on whatever the result might be. But you know, former President Bill Clinton, you hear him say that it's time for his wife's challenger to basically call it a day. He said that when some Sanders supporters interrupted him as he campaigned.
I don't want to pick a fight, but if I were them, I'd be screaming too, because if you figure this out, they're toast for Election Day. So, have a good time. Look, the people that they agreed with each other 93% of the time. The only real deal is who's going to be the best president.
So is Sanders toast? David Avella is chairman of GoPac and Republican strategist. Marjorie Clifton, Democratic strategist and principal in Clifton Consulting. Welcome to you both. Marjorie, let me start with you. I mean, it is neck and neck in California, right? Within the margin of error. You've got this historic of voter registrations, 18 million. What if Sanders squeaks by tomorrow?
Well, the significance of California is actually not so much a concern about the general election, because right now they're projected that New Jersey will close ahead of California and will secure enough delegates. Again, this is speculation. Will secure enough delegates for Clinton to secure the nomination. But why California is important is California is a lot of money for Democratic fundraising, and it will be significant in the general election. So her winning California is important strictly for a momentum, for an energy, and again, to hopefully align the Democratic Party around Hillary Clinton going into the general election.
Man, that's a pretty tall order, though. I mean, look, David, align the Democratic Party behind Hillary Clinton. Sanders is saying he's going to go and, disrupt it. He's claiming and vowing there's going to be a contested convention. Let's say he does win, even if she does clinch in New Jersey. What will that mean?
Well, she's still going to be the nominee, and her challenge for getting to the general election is having someone that can fire up the base, which she's clearly struggling a bit with, given how long Sanders has been able to hold on. Let's keep in mind, 20% of Democrats have an unfavorable view of Hillary Clinton, and 8% have a favorable view of Donald Trump. Her challenge is getting those disaffected Democrats to come vote for her in the general and or to keep them from going to Donald Trump. And she has to do it when she's going to make the case for the last 7 years policies under Barack Obama, a direction Democrats, even many Democrats, don't want to continue.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, Marjorie. How does she do that? I mean, look, you've got a tremendous number of young kids out there in their Bernie shirts. I mean, they have been impassioned. They have registered for the very first time. For many of them, it's like going back to the 1960s. What do you do with them? How do you get them to come over to Hillary Clinton when some, according to polls, may actually defect to Donald Trump?
Yeah, it actually shows about 13% of Sanders voters may shift over to voting for Trump. You'd have 10 who do not show up at all, and they said around 67% would support Hillary. So there are stakes, I agree. And how she messages, well, we're already seeing a marked shift. And I think part of it is she has been running a very different kind of election, really to beat out Sanders. But when she goes into the general, she'll be taking on Trump with a whole new energy. And I think you already saw in her Thursday speech on foreign policy attack to addressing Trump head on and really kind of calling him to the mat on things of the past, which we haven't seen before. So what Bill Clinton was trying to do is basically say, look, Sanders supporters, 93% of where we are as Democrats are the same. And so really it's about, again, aligning around the messages. And that's also him playing to the more progressive California voters who have been supporting Sanders.
So what do you expect to happen tomorrow? Win in New Jersey for Hillary, a win in California, and then at some point Sanders gets on the stage with her at the convention, says we're all friends?
Well, yeah, wouldn't we love to see that? I mean, I hope that everyone's friends in the end. But California, I think, is still going to be a wild card. I think New Jersey looks strong for Clinton, but she's got a lot of work to do in the next 24 hours, really, to turn them out for her.
David, what's your prediction?
Well, Clinton's going to win, and this is for many Republicans, this is the exact type of race they have wanted to run. Donald Trump is going to go after Hillary Clinton and her crooked ways and her lying. And it is going to be a street fight, which is what Republican-based voters have wanted for 2 election cycles, which is a complete dissection of the direction the liberals are trying to take this country.
That's Marjorie, that's the upcoming campaign right there, crooked and lying. We'll get a lot of stuff from Hillary thrown back on the other side, and it's just starting. Thanks so much.
Ready to go.
Thanks.